The East and the West have its specialties in the world of entertainment. Everyone has the preference, but it is undeniable what the West can do and what the East can do. It's been shown time and time again that American movies can tend to have better quality than that of Eastern movies. And when I say Eastern movies, for this argument, I am referring to Japanese movies, because that is what this channel is about. While manga and anime seem to dominate the world of animation, cartoon shows, and just overall 2D art, comic book movies dominate the big screen. That is right. Anime and manga are popular when it comes to, paperback sales, ratings for television shows, and so on. However, we have seen many times that the live-action adaptations for anime just don't seem to catch up. They're just not good and oftentimes disappointing. Movies such as Dragon Ball Evolution, the American Death Note live action, the Black Butler live action movie, and many others just don't have the same quality as, let's say, Marvel and DC. From Spider-Man all the way to Avengers, when it comes to live action superhero movies, these movies just tend to do so much better. This is a fact. The numbers don't lie, and I will explain why. There's a reason why live action adaptations of anime don't do so well and have crappy quality. Let's not even go into the Ghost in the Shell's live action movies. Directors in Japan have good intentions and they do their best, but their live actions just don't seem to do so well. Heck, their stage plays do so much better than live action movies. I mean, have you seen the Naruto stage play?
さくら、何言ってるの？私の足の先があんたより1センチ早く中に入ったらし見えるわけないじゃん。このデコ。さくらちゃんが俺のこと見てる。さくらさん、おはよう。
I mean, that's as good as any live action anime is going to get. Anyways, here we go. It's all about the budget. It's all in the budget, ladies and gentlemen. This might be heartbreaking for some people, but in order to make a high quality movie, you need millions of dollars. And I do mean hundreds of millions of dollars. Let me give you an example. The live action Rurouni Kenshin movie was made with $20 million, while the first ever Spider-Man movie from 2002 took $130 million to make. That's right, $130 million to make, and that's not even counting, we're not even adding inflation to the equation here. This is back in the 2000s when $130 million back then. Now with inflation, it's probably going to be like almost $200 million. So now we could argue that both of these movies are amazing and of great quality. I mean, the Rurouni Kenshin movie was absolutely beautiful. The actor did a great job at portraying Batosai the Manslayer. American movie companies really take gigantic risks to bring these superhero movies to life. I mean, they go above and beyond. Although it took $130 million to make the first Spider-Man movie, they actually didn't use that much CG back then. Okay? The Avengers movie, the Avengers Infinity War movie, took $200 million to make. The Death Note live action movie, the American version, took $40 million to make. And it sucked. Which is kind of funny because the first Deathpool movie took $40 million to make, and it was way better. So obviously the Death Note live action had, a directing problem.
Wait! You may be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
And by the way, I'm not just throwing numbers around and dollar signs just from the top of my head. The thing is that the bigger the budget, the more things the directors can do with the movie, right? Japanese movies, Japanese movie companies don't really, they don't really put a lot of money into their movies. They put as much into as they can, but they don't take big risks like American film companies do, However, money is still no excuse. I mean, $20 million. With $20 million, they make the Rurouni Kenshin movie, and although the Rurouni Kenshin movie is actually, is based on reality, with actual locations, in Japan, which actually helps reduce the cost. So it's really more affordable, right? And most important part is creativity, of course. Now, but of course, money does play a big part in making a project more realistic, especially if it's something like The Dark Crystal, which Netflix decided to discontinue. If it's something like The Dark Crystal, you know, that requires a lot of CG, so it's gonna cost more money, right? But, you know, I guess something that's more grounded in reality, such as, let's say, you know, yeah, just like the Rurouni Kenshin movie that's right there in Tokyo and Kyoto back in the Meiji era. That actually, it doesn't cost that much to make. Now, I don't know if it's the fact that they just can't afford better special effects, or if they are just so bad with live action adaptations that they really need to stay with anime and let American companies handle the live action stuff. Okay. That being said, it does seem like only American companies can make these types of expensive movies, since American film companies have the most money. I mean, we have an economy worth, what, $200 trillion, something like that. Japan has an economy worth $5 trillion, right? So, you know, Americans can just dump money. They should just throw money at a project to make it look really, really good. Now, Disney spent $255 million in the Beauty and the Beast live action movie, and in return, it made over $1 billion. So it was a huge return. I mean, that's like what? That's like 4 times, almost 5 times the return on investment. You know, American movies make their money back 5-fold, while Eastern movies kind of struggle. You know, they don't really get that much of a return on investment. Unless, of course, those movies come to America, right? And China, I guess. I mean, you really need to have the money to make these types of movies. Compared to animation, which only takes about $4 or $5 million to make like one season of an anime show, right? That really is why, you know, superhero movies, live action adaptation of superhero movies, just tend to do so much better than anime live action movies. It really has to do with the budget, and when it comes to live action stuff, America just has better directing, you know. But when it comes to cartoons, you know, America kind of suck. Now, when it comes to animation and cartoons, Japan is #1 at it, but their live action stuff just doesn't do that well. So there's this kind of like a balance here between East and the West as to the things that we're good at doing, and to sum it all up, it's all in the budget, guys. What is up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can receive new future notifications. Check out the blog at ndrtv.com. Follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts or anything you want to say right below this video in the comments below. This is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, everybody. Godspeed.